Hi, I'm Grant Soliven. Welcome to Elements of Focus. To my right here is this handsome gentleman, Rheaume, our Director of Financial Planning. Aaron, so glad to have you with us.
Thank you, Grant. I enjoy doing
these. You're the man with the plan. I enjoy doing them with you. It's a lot more fun when you're doing it with someone else, especially someone you like and who's really, really intelligent. But thank you for joining us, Elements of Focus. If you're just new to the program or you've been with us just recently, remember Aaron and I or another team member and him or myself will spend time talking through our 5 critical elements and talking through a specific piece or something to consider in each one. And if you need a reminder what our 5 critical elements are, it's your life after work. Remember, folks, we don't call it retirement. You didn't walk away from your prospective work to watch grass grow. You find yourself more busy than you ever have been, as well as our families tell us. The next one's tax planning. That's a big one. The investment playbook. Oftentimes, families look at us, Aaron, and say, guys, why aren't you talking about the market? Why aren't we talking about the economy on Elements in Focus? Well, because, folks, we have a specific content channel designated to that. It's called The Market Carver. Our Chief Investment Officer, Adam Harder, and our Managing Partner, Joe Clark, do a phenomenal job talking about what's going on in the economy and the market, and that comes out every Thursday at 11:04. So if you don't have that, make sure you sign up for it because you're missing out on a lot if you don't. The next one's risk management, and life happens. We call that good, bad, and ugly of life. And Aaron, the last piece, legacy planning. Specifically speaking today, though, we're going to cover something in legacy planning that we could spend probably 2 hours discussing.
Yeah.
But we've only got 3 minutes. So family lifetime gifting. Aaron, what are we talking about here?
Oh, gosh, Grant. I don't know where you want me to drive on this one, but as you mentioned, we can spend lots of time there. Couple key things is, when you're building assets and wealth and you have all of this stuff accumulated, we get often asked, what can we do from a gifting standpoint that could help our kids or our grandkids out? Right. What could we do to help charities out? All of the stuff that we do in those conversations, again, we try to make this very unique and situational to you as the family and not put a cookie cutter approach to that type of gifting. And so a lot of times people believe they're stifled on how much they can give, right?
Right.
There's been a gift tax exclusion number that's changed over time. Today, in 2021, that's $15,000.
Right.
I can give you $15,000. I can give Joe $15,000. I can give the kid walking down the street $15,000. If it's $15,001, then we have to get into what we call filing a gift tax return, and that comes off your total estate, which today a married couple has roughly $23 million that they can give away. And so you can accelerate some of that stuff and you're not stuck to that $15,000 number that most people think.
Well, and Aaron, let's say, my wife and I, we want to gift, let's call it my brother-in-law or my sister-in-law's, $45,000. I mean, according to the math, right, my wife and I can give $15,000 each, so we're essentially $15,000 over. So if we fill out this form, give them an extra $15,000, am I paying taxes on that? Are they paying taxes on that? How's that all work?
Well, let's take a step back because you said you and your wife can give your sister and her husband, right?
I apologize. We're just one person.
Okay, one person.
One person. That's,
so
thanks for your clarity.
That's where you want to file that gift tax form, that 706. And talk to your CPA on how all of that taxation should work. We don't file those forms at the Financial Enhancement Group. We would direct you to do that and then consult the CPA on the tax situation for that.
Absolutely. And so there's no tax ramification for gifting assets. Like Aaron said, you want to make sure you're gifting to people appropriately. For family members that are in that 12% tax bracket, remember they don't have to pay long-term capital gains. And when you do gift in life, it's called a gift to present interest. And remember, when you gift shares away, for example, they are taking your cost basis, what you put in there. So you got to there's a lot of things to consider.
Yes.
The most important thing, Aaron, I think we want to give you today is that you can gift $15,000 per person, but you can always go over that as long as you fill out the form to illustrate to the IRS, I'm using some of this money.
706, it's 709.
Carl,
709.
709. And so if you've got questions on this, or you have want to dive into a situation on gifting, please reach out to one of our team members, 800-928-4001, or you can find us in yourlifeafterwork.com. If you love what you're hearing and you want to dive deeper into some of this content, you can find us on any of these radio stations on this slide. Consider this programs, which you'll search in some of the podcasting platforms to find content. Our managing partner and many of our advisors have produced so much content on this topic alone, and so you can dive into that at your leisure. Aaron, always a pleasure being with you, my friend. Thank you so much for bringing our Director of Financial Planning. And thank you so much for joining us, guys. We'll see you next time.